What's up, Dark and Darker people? In this video, I'm going to be showcasing the Rogue Wizard team composition, as well as some commentary highlighting the tacticality of this matchup, as well as discussing and showing key points to this lineup spread across 2 raids. If you like this video, drop me a like, subscribe, and we'll get straight into it. I think a lot of us Rogue players are probably quite guilty of this when it comes to engagements. We often want to go and secure that kill, even though we have that ranged possibility on our team. So after some reluctancy, I let the wizard get a fireball off or two, and then we can go in and quickly secure that kill. Throughout this video, you're going to be seeing a little bit of me showcasing how to properly position when it comes to allowing your wizard the best and most effective way to get line of sight on an enemy, but not putting you too out of the action, because at the end of the day, you want to be close enough to really get in there and get to work as soon as that fireball's gone off. So after a little bit of looting up, we head back down to the mummy caves where we started at. We're going to go into the 2x2 room, and then things start to kick off there as well. He left his pendant.
Yeah, well, I took about 60% of the rare shit, so. Something poor spawned here. One blue here in the mummy.
Okay. Are we going down or no?
I'm full of antiques. I'd rather only go down if we don't have any loot.
Oh, okay. I spot these guys almost instantly as I come through, and I typically like to talk to people before, get an idea of what gear they have, and I like to stall the fight a little bit just so I can, read the room and mentally map out where I can reposition, where any other teams could possibly be coming from. As soon as I see that buff go on my dagger, that's pretty much my cue to instantly go in. I posture with the fighter a little bit here and realize that I see the barbarian pushing my backline, which is a typical thing that you'll see when you don't have a good frontline composition. That backline can be easily dove. So as he's pushing him, he's super readable and knowing that he's going to turn around and try and hit me with that axe. So I read that perfectly, and we stop instead of move backwards because we don't want to give up that spacing leverage between us. As soon as I stop and his animation's done, I go and get the job done, and then we can quickly turn back to that fighter.
It is inventory?
Yeah.
You sure? Oh. What the what the fuck? Magical power? What if that's like better than magical damage?
These are good gloves. I think I might swap them for mine.
Yeah, take them. I'm taking his pants. I hear someone else.
Behind south, open the door.
Yeah.
I hear a little bit of commotion outside, so I go and check it out. Unfortunately, it's a guy who's probably not playing with any headphones on, so we make easy work of that. Move back down, get some blue portals open up, and leave that raid. Nothing too crazy happened. Got some decent loot, but it's a good way to showcase how that matchup works with the Rogue and Wizard. Like I said before, you really don't have that front line to peel or to even anti-backline dive, so it's really easy for people like barbarians or anyone else to just quickly go and push your, your ranger or your wizard or your cleric or something like that. But luckily that one turned out okay. Another big important thing for an engagement like that is to always be side on to your ranged teammate. If I had my back or my front towards my wizard, then it would have been really hard for him to either get some magic missiles on the enemy or, a fireball or something along those lines. On to our second run here. Me and my duo were just looting up this room a little bit. We'd just cleared everything. We heard another team coming in, so I'm set up on top, ready to pounce these guys. Now, unfortunately, they came in on that opposite side, which wasn't the best thing for me. So I loop back around, and then I can hopefully jump on top of him.
I'm going for him behind him. Oh no, coming behind that wizard.
I'm gonna rogue next to me, so I'm gonna
Here. After some questionable aim skills on my end, managed to get the hit on this guy and get him killed. Thing with the wizards in close range is they're most likely going to use that magic missile because they don't want to deal any splash damage themselves with chain lightning or fireball, and because that shoots such a slow projectile, you can easily kite that. Got that job done quickly. Here my duo lets me know I've got another guy on me, so I quickly jump away so I can assess the situation. Right there, I really didn't want to be caught in anything because I did have skeleton aggro as well. I take a look back, I heal in the time that I'm also scanning and reading the room. I see that the rogue is going to push my guy. He clears him out very quickly. At this point, I didn't even realize there was a third. It's probably something I should know, and he lands on top of my head. And gets to swinging, but we deal with that guy nicely as well. This one simply just comes down to good communication there, and you know, positioning as well as understanding each other's abilities and how we can play around each other. When it comes down to two classes fighting the same class, so that wizard versus my wizard, it's more really a game of who's got better gear and who's got better aim. Now those two variables I ideally want to get rid of, and I'd rather play with who has a stronger class, so that should always be my first focus for him, is getting rid of that wizard. We eliminate any range threat, and then we can sort of play within our own confinements and have that range advantage.
The blue dagger.
Nice.
Terrible rolls.
I'll just back
Green
it up.
sword, crystal sword, and green body on the mage.
I'll check it out.
And the fighter or whatever, a jack shot.
Yeah, the fighter's the only one I checked.
As we progress a little bit through the map, we run into this team of 3 here in the 2x2 rooms. I'm just most likely chatting shit with them here, maybe trying to get some knowledge on what gear they have, what classes they're running, whatnot, potentially build some trust and then backstab. You guys weren't too eager for that 2v for whatever reason, so this gave me the thought that these guys are probably not very well geared, or they have some pretty good loot on them that they're trying to safeguard. So once they weren't too happy with me putting on my poison effects, my duo start getting ready to chase them down.
Or do you want to go right?
Left?
Let's kill this thing first, then.
Want to start a 6-man?
A 6-man?
What did he say?
Sure. Why not? Yeah, I don't even know how to open this.
I got chain lightning ready. Oh, there's a leader.
Thanks, brother.
What do you want to do?
We can team up with them and then back someone at the end. You guys killed the boss yet?
Why would I trust you? Just put your poison on your You're just.
No, I always have it on. I'm not trying to
Focus
fight.
on-
I'm new to the game, man. I'm
put your
honestly not
abilities
trying to.
on, So that's making you think you want to fight.
No, it's just habit.
Back and where it's off.
Have you guys killed the boss yet? The Wraith and the Lich?
Sorry, buddy, but we're killing you.
No, I'm not trying to fight,
But
brother.
But you're being hostile. Put your.
No,
your
don't do
abilities
it!
outside of the road.
We don't want to fight, man.
Open that shit up, I'll beam him.
I don't know how to fucking open it from here.
Just leave
Oh,
it
there
here.
it is. Alright, fuck these guys.
I'm gonna get ya.
Wait for the buffs here, everything's good to go. We've got fire and speed, my poison's on, we're okay to push this. I run
There's a
in,
triple
take
of
advantage of the last couple of seconds I have on my buffs, so I can get at least 1 or 2 hits off on these guys. I go for the wizard because he's my closest target, and I have to put my pride aside here and let my wizard be able to, fireball or chain lightning these guys in that small confined space. I know most of us would have just loved to absolutely run in there and let havoc, but gotta strategically play to our advantages and then let our teammates do what they need to do in whatever correct setting. 2 of them are dead. We know there's just 1 left. Probably hurting a little bit too from that chain lightning, so that's my time to go and run in. Loot these guys for a little bit, getting full on everything that we need, and then we're gonna head back to the 2x2 and look for any portals. We're pretty full at this point. We do typically take the down portal, but because of the amount of loot that we had, we wanted to just get out of there.
Full of collectibles.
Yeah, so does the other guy. Not the space for it though. A good ring on that guy maybe for you. Will too.
Oh, I never
Magic
checked.
pen one.
Yeah, I have an empty slot.
Green crystal ball. Where's the
Damn,
third?
they got battered. Here. This
Oh,
guy's
okay.
a load of collectibles as well.
I
Explosion
got
bottles
rings
are
on that
worth how
shit.
much?
I think they're like 20k. Alright, we need to go zone.
Until we heard another team coming up. We're played for zone, which is nice. Some throwing knives on them to just get a little bit of more range damage as the wizard shoots off his fireball. As you see, what I did is I hugged that right wall to give him enough space and line of sight for him to get those fireballs on. I didn't want to push away either because obviously, like I said at the start, I want to be as close as possible without potentially being hit by a fireball. As soon as I see that go off, I know there's a little bit of downtime before it can be cast again, and then we get to work on that last guy. Positionally, this can be quite a hard matchup. There was often times that I was getting team killed by the fireball when we were just starting to try this composition, and there was times when the wizard was having some backline diving issues. Only until we really learned how to play and move with each other, that's when we were starting to succeed like this every single raid. And then we learned as well how to easily pick the right battles depending on the location of the map we were in. There were some times that we just had to completely give up on the fight that we wanted, and hopefully rotate that fight into a place that favors us. As you saw by my build, I'm not doing any invis sneaky stuff, which a lot of rogue players do. Obviously, to me, this is more defensive, and in a build when it's just two of us, it works out better if we're going full offense, and that's why I take both the damage abilities. Overall, thanks for watching. I hope the gameplay was good, and you learned something from this video, or you just saw a new type of playstyle between these two characters. Luckily, the game has enough variety for people to really try new and unique ways to individualize how they play and how they match up with their teammates. This is just the way that we do it and what worked for us. Anyways, thanks again. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.